Good morning. It's me, Stephanie, and I'm here with our daily Disney devotional. Today we're going to be reading number 81, which is the Tree of Life. And this is the first thing we're talking about since we've started the devotions from the animal kingdom. We have discussed the animal kingdom in general, and now we're finally inside the very last park. We've come so far, yet we still have a lot of great attractions to go. Now that we're in the animal kingdom, where do we go first? Most people head to one of the many exciting rides here. With this being the largest park, you have a lot of walking to do, or running if you're in our family. No matter which way you head first, however, you're actually not going to go into a ride yet because there's something else we can't miss on the way to any of the popular attractions. It's that giant thing right in front of us that we absolutely cannot miss. Take a look at that massive and enormous tree that is the icon of the animal kingdom. Today, let's talk about the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life cannot be missed. It's 145 feet tall and is at the center of the park, much like Cinderella's castle at the Magic Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is home to 4 million living plants, but this one is not one of them. It's a man-made tree, and it is 50 feet wide at the base and is covered with 325 carvings of both existing and even extinct animals. When the Disney engineers were constructing this park on paper, they knew they wanted to have some sort of icon at the center. It seemed natural to build an enormous tree, something from nature, since this was a park of nature with a focus on animals. Engineers obtained an old oil platform and built a tree around it, using it as a foundation. They also decided to put an attraction inside the tree, which we'll discuss later. The tree is located on what is known as Discovery Island. There used to be another island on Disney property with the same name. It was an island close to Magic Kingdom on Bay Lake that guests could visit. When Disney shut that island down and built this new park, they decided to pay tribute to the former attraction and named this new island after it. The tree has 8,000 branches and over 102,000 man-made leaves, each a foot long. It took 18 months to build the tree alone. As mentioned, it contains hundreds of animal carvings. As you wait in line for the attraction inside, you get a good view of many of the animals. There's a secret path that most guests miss that leads up to the tree. Guests are welcome to travel this path to get a much better look at the carvings as well. When a famous animalist, Jane Goodall, visited the park while it was under construction, she noticed that among the many animals there was no chimp. Goodall is famous for working with chimps, and therefore a chimp was quickly carved to look like David Graybeard, the most famous chimp that she worked with. Finally, it is said that you can see this park icon from the top of Mount Gushmore, an attraction at Blizzard Beach, as well as from the California Grill, the restaurant at the top of the Contemporary Resort. Seeing the Tree of Life for the first time is breathtaking. Its immense size is remarkable, and you can see it from virtually anywhere inside the park. Think about trees for a minute today. Have you ever climbed a tree? What kinds of trees do you like the most? Can you think of a story in the Bible that revolves around a tree? God created trees on day 3 of creation in Genesis. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sleepy. They are mentioned specifically, and they played a key role in the Garden of Eden story with Adam and Eve. Consider the story of Zacchaeus in the New Testament, in the beginning of Luke chapter 19. He climbed up a sycamore tree to get a better view of Jesus and was consequently visited by Christ at his home. There are many other stories of trees in the Bible. The story of Jonah involves a tree. You could argue that Jesus was crucified on a tree. The passage I want to focus on, however, comes from John 15. Read that chapter if you have time. Jesus is talking, and he is reminding us how God's plan works and his purpose in our lives. In John 15, verse 5, he says, "I am the vine, and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me, and I in him, it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." Think about how a tree branch works. Could the tree produce anything if there weren't branches connecting the fruit to the trunk? The branches allow water and nutrients to flow through and produce the seeds or fruit. Jesus is the same way. We cannot truly bear fruit, which means serve others, if we live correctly with God, if we don't go through Jesus. If we follow Jesus and let him live inside us, we know how to live, and we know to bear fruit to others, to bring others to God. What a beautiful comparison Jesus makes to how a tree works. The tree of life is truly a memorable Disney icon. I would like next time to explore it more and truly look at all the carvings. I've heard of families doing a scavenger hunt to see how many animals they can truly find on the tree. Hopefully, when any of us see it next, we will think of God. We will think of the beauty of his creation and the trees he created. Think also of God as the base of that tree, and think of yourselves as the leaves, and think of how those are connected by branches of Jesus Christ. Jesus is the only way to get to the Father. Jesus is the only way we can truly know our purpose in life. Finally, Jesus is the only way we can truly know how to serve others and bear fruit for God. The end. I will see you guys tomorrow.